What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another week of news, nerds, and wow, I was like really distorted when I first came in. Anyway, hey guys, I'm Jason the X. This is Cass over here.
My name's Cass.
That's Kat.
I don't know my name. It's very sad.
Starting out with dark energy.
And over there, tweaking the knobs, making everything sound great. It's Core.
Hi, I have a lot of things I'm excited for this show, actually. I'm very excited about this show.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my
He's
microphone.
trying to adjust, what's his face's eyeball?
Yeah, so it doesn't look like Tundra has like an eye patch or some weird crap going on there. Ah!
Did you get your nipple?
Did you catch a nip?
No, I didn't catch a nip.
Did you have a nip hair?
Definitely caught some chest hair.
Oh, so the nip hair, got it.
Oh boy, that...
Relatable.
Whoa, that was weird. Anyway.
Oh, I apparently did not fix the dual cam setup, so.
Oh,
I forgot to do that.
You can always just do that in like while I talk.
Didn't post.
Yeah, sorry for this show last week. I was not feeling good, so it just didn't happen.
I think me too. I was either busy or also not feeling good. I don't remember.
You were also not feeling good.
Yeah.
And then
No reason it could be both.
I was secretly very sleepy, so I was okay with the.
No, it actually sounds better than we did last week right now. I don't know what it is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get that fixed later. Okay. So it's been quite a news-heavy week when we took
one
off.
particular area.
I mean, it was like trailers galore,
Yeah.
and Nintendo. Nintendo came with it this week. I'm
They
sorry.
really did.
Can we found out when the Switch 2 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's right around the corner.
Yep.
So start saving your shekels, everybody. It's soon.
And when Nintendo does their direct, a lot of times, oh yeah, sure, there's some games, oh, there's some remakes, oh, okay. No, they showed up.
So, the Switch is coming out the 5th of June.
Yep.
I was for sure this was going to be our
Four-quarter, October,
the Christmas,
November.
yeah. It was going to be that Christmas system that everybody wants under their tree this year. No, they're getting ahead of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they
Like
see
old school
where the
Apple.
economy's going, and they're like, we need to get this now.
And we got a price. $450 pretty much.
The price isn't wild to me.
It's
in line with what I thought.
I've seen a lot of people say the same thing.
Yeah.
But for what we're getting, the tech, I think we're just fine on the price.
We're finding that price.
Well,
Before we get too deep into it, we should probably go ahead and get ready for news.
okay, well, we'll go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news, and I'm gonna probably bring my gain down a little bit when I do that. Yeah. Cora, tell us all about it.
I like how I try to be quiet when different things are playing by using no vocals because our mics are still on, and Jason just answers things vocally.
Yeah, we need to teach y'all some sign language.
Yeah. Well,
that could be Kat's job.
Well, I figured pointing at myself was good.
Classic sign language for me.
For me, and then either a yes or a no, like a
Classic
a Roman
sign language for yes or no.
Yeah, like something.
Yeah.
I mean, nodding and shaking your head.
When their mic
Classic.
on, that is loud. I'm gonna publicly shame you for that.
We need to get you one of those bells from Game of Thrones. Shame.
They have it for your phone. I just don't want to do it. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch Direct we had this week. Actually, yesterday. This was talking about the Switch 2 and the games that are going to be coming out for it. We're not going to go too heavy into it because I think everyone who's excited about it has actually already seen the actual Direct. So we're just going to do a little highlight. The price for the Switch 2, I believe, is $450.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is even $500 if you want to do the bundle that comes with the Mario Kart World, which is the new Mario Kart game coming out for it. Which, that's a steal if you're going to do that. Do that, because the games are going to be $80 digital and $90 physical.
Wild.
I truly do not understand I don't understand why they're doing this. Maybe that's also just because I have such an aversion to digital media.
Yeah.
To like digital only media.
Yeah.
Having like a video on streaming, because I mean PlayStation already scared people with that by getting rid of the PlayStation Network or getting rid of old PlayStation Network games.
Right.
Why are you doing that?
That is incredibly expensive.
I don't care how much storage this thing has. I don't want digital only.
I'll tell you what they're trying to do in my conspiracy theory brain is prepare us for subscription models to games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
Subscription model only would terrify me. And like I've had Game Pass before, really enjoyed Game Pass before, or several different versions in PlayStation Plus, stuff like that. But like the idea that that's the only way that I can get them is terrifying.
Yeah. Then you say they're only $10 a month per game.
Nope.
Yeah.
Or for $80 you could get all the games.
Yeah.
That's my conspiracy theory.
No, and I fully believe that's probably what's like in our future. I don't know if it's in our immediate future, but it's definitely in the future.
Yeah.
Because games are trying that already, and really the only games I can see being like subscription based is like MMOs, where they're constantly updating the game. And
MMOs, MOBAs, open world. There's a third category.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
But yeah.
things that have already been on a subscription basis, fine.
Yeah, that's incredibly expensive. Some of the accessories seem quite expensive.
Yeah.
That being said, there's a lot to look forward to.
There is a lot to look forward to. I am very excited about the list of games that are coming out. I wanted to specifically highlight some, like 3 classics, which of course is the aforementioned Mario Kart World. Mm-hmm. That looks like so much fun.
I always have a blast. Like,
I love it that you can drive around with your friends just in like a free roam mode and take little selfies and pictures. It's cute. It's just really cute.
Yeah.
This just flat out illustrates the difference between me and you and how we game.
You game to win.
I do game to win.
Look, I'm very excited about that too. I'm excited
And
to be
you've kicked my ass the times I've tried to play you in Mario Kart. This is not like me being like, I'm just a more skilled. That's nothing like that. But nope. They're still playing with my friends.
To be clear, I did Mario Kart 64. I'm a beast at Mario Kart 64. I'm not good at the new ones. So, like, you have advantage there.
Yeah.
But I do get to be a little cow on a little cart, and I love that. Basically, if it's been a character in a Mario game before, it's up for grabs to be a character you can play. I love that.
Yep.
It's just cute.
I want to be a potted piranha.
You can.
Plan. I've always wanted to be that, but I don't have the Switch, so like.
True. We're just we're in a realm right now where we have the Switch too, and like we're gonna play with that. Also, Donkey Kong Bonanza. So
you ain't gotten to the one I care about.
Yeah,
yet.
I know. I know. I'm gonna hold off on y'all's 2 till the end. I wanted to go ahead and give y'all the heads up on that. It looks like the upgrade that Mario Galaxy gave to the Mario franchise, but for Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it, and I'm excited about that. Like, that's a positive thing. I love Mario Galaxy. And Donkey Kong gets to be expressive, and he's got little pants. He looks really weird with the little pants, but he's got little pants.
Which I saw the media is arguing that maybe that's actually like Fallout is from Seth Rogen. Being like, no, can we give Donkey Kong some pants or something?
And like, there are shots where he's not wearing pants, so I guess it's like level based.
My man doesn't need pants.
Seems worse.
Yeah, I know, right?
No one wants to wear pants.
No one wants to wear pants.
I mean, I hate pants myself, but I'm not allowed.
As someone that
to
doesn't
walk.
even like shorts.
I mean, if it's going to be level based, it seems like it should be an inverse. You have to be a certain level before you can take them off.
Yeah.
You
Like,
gotta
he
earn the
starts
right not to wear
That would be a
pants.
genuine incentive.
in tails with it.
Yeah.
Someone
That
said-
just takes off as he goes.
Jace Burner says he's just going to stick with Waluigi for Mario Kart. You know what? That's fair.
Why would you fuck with the classic?
My non-gamer roommate got excited about seeing Waluigi in a suit. And I get it. I also really love Waluigi, so seeing him in a suit was fun. But yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Love
No
it.
pants or pants? We'll never know. We'll figure it out. I guess.
It's always no pants. Taking off your pants is like your reward, I guess. So
Anyway, moving on, we're going to another racing game, and that is Kirby Air Raiders.
Or Air Riders.
Is
That's
it
what was the problem.
Riders? Air Riders. Now, this was a game that was back, I believe, on the GameCube.
It's been a minute, yeah.
And it was a classic game. Well, Kirby Air Raid was the name of the game. Air Ride. God, that's an I. Air Ride. And I got to play a little bit of it. It's really fun and weird.
Never played the OG.
It's Kirby.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. It's Kirby.
It's a party game.
Yeah, it's another little party
game.
game.
When we had the other Kirby party game, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. This is just an upgraded version of that game, and I'm cool with that. You don't have to work hard to sell me on a Kirby game. You just gotta put a little guy there and put a little star shape somewhere, and I'm yours. I don't ask for more or much. In addition, since we're going to talk about like Nintendo specific properties, I'm going to sit here and be in my, as Mia calls it, Honey Nut Filios. They're going to have a GameCube emulator on the Switch 2.
Okay.
And I didn't even see the rest of the games that are going to be available for it, because I saw the one that it was going to piss me off the most, and it's Wind Waker. The reason it pisses me off is because I have been waiting, money in hand, for a release on the Switch. And it's the Switch 2 that gets it. To be fair, I can emulate this. I could go sail the high seas, as it were, to get it. Haha. That's not the point. I was ready to give Nintendo money.
I mean, we already have a Cube emulator on the current Switch.
No, we don't.
Oh, that's right, we don't.
It goes up to the Nintendo 64. Yeah. It does not go further. The Nintendo Switch 2 will probably have GameCube and Wii.
You know how I got a GameCube? I was in a Walmart when they were 24 hours, and like the day before they came out, this dude just randomly goes, in Walmart, you want a GameCube, man? Give me $40, I'll give you a GameCube right now.
Here you go, dude.
And I had to pay for it.
Bribed a Walmart employee?
Actually, he told me for $40 he would give me a GameCube, and I took it.
Bang.
I mean...
Imagine what, okay, cool. So I try to clear up my microphone a little bit. But anyway, okay. I'm like distorted. I don't know what it is. Anyway.
Sorry. Anyway, moving right along. I am still like glad we have this. Like, no mistake.
Yeah.
I am just in my own personal feelings about this, and that's fine. I'm not upset that we're getting it. I'm just upset that I'm not going to get it for a while.
Yeah.
But not. One that I found was interesting, and Nathan actually went into some explanation about it, and that is the Dusk Bloods, a new FromSoft game.
It's not one of my stories. From Software fans are losing their fucking minds. Is it somebody else's story specifically?
No.
Okay, so can I?
No, I'm just gonna sit here internally freaking out. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I was gonna have a thing about why we're getting this, but. Like, just real quick, so we can't get anything Bloodborne. It's basically in conglomeration with Sony, and Sony won't let them do anything with it. Sony won't let them make a sequel to it, they won't let them do HD remakes for it, that's why we haven't gotten anything, except for, like, art books and shit.
Partially because the code, Bloodborne is my favorite FromSoft game. The code is so dog that it is almost impossible to make a remake unless you go back to the original coders.
And you would have to... And it would take them a lot when code like that, as somebody who knows a little about coding, who's trying to get a job in the field for a while, basically, even if you get the original programmers, the code is dog shit. And when code is dog shit, the original programmers don't have magic understanding. They would have to also go back.
Yeah.
It'd be a nightmare.
It's extraordinarily complicated.
However... They may not be able to make like a true sequel to Bloodborne, but they can do this.
Yeah.
And that trailer was sexy.
Aesthetically, very aesthetically kind of similar. Any FromSoft game is going to be pretty much a banger. I was surprised that we were getting one so soon, although I think with the timeline of when been hearing about games, it works out. And they did say that Elden Ring would be the biggest game that they would ever make. And so this is probably going to be smaller, but sooner than might be expected.
It's also not coming out until next year.
Right.
So.
And what were you?
Yeah. It just like a lot of people are excited. Some people are very mad. Like a Nintendo collaboration feels very unnatural on its surface for how the games are played. There are going to be a bunch of people, as always, who are like, well, that's even cheating to even play it on Nintendo. And like, honestly, that's a more toxic part of the community, and they can shut the fuck up because like, I want to play. I had to restart Dark Souls recently to get a more optimal build because I'm not that good at video games, and I want to play it, I want to beat it, I want to move on. I couldn't do it with my build, so I went and looked up the most cheaty builds. Still not going to be cheating by any fair assessment.
Yeah. It does suck a little bit for those that play it that assumed if there was going to be exclusive that it was Sony. And so a lot of people have been leaning into Sony, including you and me, pretty heavily because those exclusives tend to be our favorites. God of War is an exclusive game.
Yeah.
So is Bloodborne. So that sucks a little bit that it's exclusive, but deal's a deal.
It may also not be exclusive forever.
Exactly.
It may come to PlayStation consoles like a year later.
Yeah.
Because like, for example, Final Fantasy 16 was PS exclusive or Sony exclusive, and then a year later it was on computer or PC and stuff. Yeah,
a couple of years, but yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's really no way that this story doesn't mean that Sony messed up. Like, there's no way they didn't have first rights to at least some of the concepts, and it means Sony messed up. Like, when we got a PS4, it did it knowing, like, this is where God of War goes. And it's a really big mistake for Sony to let that property go somewhere else and not give us a kind of implied guarantee that you're going to get Horizon Zero Dawn games or whatever on this.
I also can't tell if I know From Software games too well and recognize elements, or if this is copying elements from previous From Software games. A lot of the elements seem very, very familiar to me. But again, I can't tell if I'm just very familiar or if they're kind of borrowing bits of aesthetic and kind of storytelling from some of their older games.
Yeah.
Could be both.
I mean,
I am excited. It's gorgeous.
As someone who just can't play them, I'm just not good enough, and I'm fine with that. I am excited to watch my roommate play it eventually, or like watch Let's Plays or hear my friends gush about it. Like, I'm here for the vibes. Yeah. But moving along, Yakuza Zero's director's cut is going to be here, and I love Yakuza.
Yep.
I have never encountered a Yakuza game that I hated.
Yeah, banger.
What about you, Jason?
I mean, Yakuza games?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the tech that we're getting on the Switch, Yakuza games are kind of ridiculous too, so I can dig it.
It feels very tall.
I want it, yeah. But also, I feel like I'm getting more power now in my Switch with, of course, everything that we're getting now.
Yeah.
I'm going to gain down a little bit more. Sorry, I keep messing up the audio. Y'all keep talking.
I need you to not move from the camera so much because it keeps fucking with the lighting. And it makes
Really?
Look! Everyone looks fine when you're on camera because it's... I thought we fixed this in the sound. You know what?
I don't know. It's like the audio is all jacked up right now. I don't know why.
What is your story? Do you have another?
I have a couple more to mention. Fortnite is coming.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, do the dances.
Yeah, I can do one dance.
Not a Fortnite gal.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yep.
I cared when Miku was there because that's just really funny to me to see Miku running around with a gun.
Amazing. I prefer for her to punch me in the face, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, also all the people who were playing Miku teaming up with, or strategically working with the giant Godzilla wandering around so that they could basically use their Miku Beam emote to just kill players.
Sure.
Oh my god, it was funny.
No idea.
I just saw clips and I just thought it was funny.
Gotcha.
Reanimal is also coming to this. Will be also on the Switch too. for those who don't know, Reanimal is made by the people who did the first Little Nightmares, Little Nightmares 2. It's the original studio. They had kind of like stepped away from doing Little Nightmares, and Reanimal is basically like a return to form for them, and it looks creepy.
Yeah.
I love it. Also, and this is just me being sour grapes again.
Really? You?
Professor Layton in the New World of Students.
Here we go.
Students. I'm mad about it.
This was Kat and I when a lot of the PS5 games were announced. Like, are you kidding me?
And
we thought for a while that the God of War was going to be PS5 exclusive. Marvel Rivals PS5. Well, not PS5 exclusive, but you can't play it on the PS4, and that's what we have, and that sucks.
And like, this isn't to say that the Switch isn't gonna have, like, the normal Switch isn't gonna have games. I'm still seeing like they're still releasing games for the Switch, and some of these may also be Switch 1.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind as
Yeah,
well.
we're talking about mostly the new stuff. Like,
and now it's time. Which one of you wants to go first?
Go ahead.
All right.
I believe that there's a game coming out of a very popular character that has been, got some side-scrolling action here recently with the last Switch. But let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. Because, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. I was hoping that we would get this with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Samus is coming back. I wanted, because I loved Metroid Prime when it was first-person shooter. I know it was against the grain. It wasn't side-scrolling action or whatever. Okay, fine. Shut up. We got that with Metroid Dread. But I really missed Metroid Prime because it's just, I love those games. I think those were the ones where people started really cosplaying Samus more. She was getting more popular because they did the first-person shooter. So finally. Also, a friend sent me a very disturbing image of Samus's hand glowing and everything, and I was like, "What is that?" Like, he said it was Nate. It said something like, "I grant you syphilis" or something with the glowing hand, and I was like, shut up! What is that? Where is that image from? Is that a new Metroid game? Because he had gotten the image leaked, and so I knew that before the direct was happening. So I was just sitting there at the edge of my seat, just waiting for friggin' come on. If they hadn't announced Metroid, I would have died. I just fell on the floor and died. If somehow it had gotten passed, so that's all I care about. Give me a new Metroid game. That's what I've been waiting on. Thank you very much, Nintendo. I'll pay $80 for. Wait, sorry, no.
Don't encourage them.
I am weak.
Stand strong.
This is the guy that bought that Spider-Man figure. I warned people not to buy it, but I am
know.
not a role model.
Mm-hmm.
We're asking you to stand strong because if you buy into it, that's another tick in that we can do this.
But I miss Samus.
I know.
I've missed her. Anyway, whatever. Fine. That's my game.
Is it me?
No. We need to move on to the next story now.
Do I get to talk about it? I have been waiting. I've been waiting for 6 years. They lied to me. August, I think it was 2023.
Nobody likes you.
They lied to my face, saying it was going to come out within a year. But we got an announcement. In 2025, Silk Song is coming out. I'm so torn on this because on one hand, the hills are alive, finally. And on the other hand, I'll believe it when it's in my hand. Because I've been burned before. And I'm not a trustworthy woman anymore. I want this so bad. And I've wanted this so bad for so long. I cannot believe that it might be in my grasp.
What is this?
This is the sequel to Hollow Knight, my favorite game of all
What's
time.
Hollow Knight?
Shut up. It is a side scroller because those games slap. This is Hollow Knight, one of my favorite games of all time.
Of course I played
Silk
Hollow
Song.
Knight.
I've been waiting for this game for so long. We got footage along to. By the way, 2 seconds of footage, really. And then, hey, it's coming up.
Be grateful.
I'm trying. I'm finding it.
I do have to say that I have to eat crow a little bit. Because remember how we made fun of the people that were doing the Pepe Sylvia red string thing about them and making an announcement in early April?
Yep.
It was announced yesterday, so they may have actually and I think they said that it was April 2nd. So they actually They were right.
I find it weird that like things that y'all have asked for on this show have like been willed into existence. Of course, you would that
You
game.
don't know?
We don't have that kind of
We
influence.
get together once a month and recreate the first scene from Macbeth.
We manifest these things into reality with our
This
witch
is from
powers.
this is from our weekly where we
I thought it was more like
take off all our clothes and howl at the moon.
Yeah. Yeah. Like every woman.
Why am I?
You're not invited to
I
the
know.
witch
No,
circle. Yeah.
I don't.
We don't need a heck.
I'm not running out. I'm not running around the woods
cleansing.
naked.
Yeah.
We have to cleanse in front of the moon. We have to peel the skin. You know, it's our monthly ritual.
Yeah.
Anyway, so congrats, you got your thing there.
Yeah.
Finally.
I am genuinely excited for you in Hollow Knight. Or not Hollow Knight, Silk Song.
I'm so excited.
You can play with headphones on this time.
Oh yeah, Kat doesn't like the soundtrack because it's freaky.
Really?
It really, especially if you're not playing, the soundtrack to Hollow Knight is creepy. It really, especially Deep Nest. It's a really odd, like
I
very
played the
distant.
game.
Yeah,
I just don't
if you're
find
not
it-
playing it, it's very
you're not
dissonant and weird.
playing
Oh, I'm focused on the game.
If
Oh,
you're
okay.
around it.
I do want to sit in the room when you're playing Silk Song.
Absolutely.
At some point. Like, not right when it's done, because I know the minute it's
file
available.
into the closet.
Yeah, the minute it's available for download, you're going to be...
You can get a
I
headphone
don't even know
splitter.
how I'm gonna. I guess. Hopefully, it's
they-
getting ported very quickly.
Yeah, I don't think it's a...
You can have my own
I don't
Switch.
think it is either.
Here's the thing about, like whenever they do those big showcases and stuff, not a lot of them are going to be Switch exclusives,
No.
especially in, like, the indie, whenever they do the indie thing. Because it's usually, like, it's also on Switch, but it's also on Steam, or it's
Yeah.
on this.
It'll probably be on Steam, which means I can play it right away.
Yeah, exactly.
So, did we get any news on the actual cartridges? Because I didn't see the direct. I just saw the games
They're
afterwards.
gonna be $150 a piece.
Yeah, but are they the same cartridges that we were using for Switch? Or they get
I
as a new
believe
design?
so, yes. I actually didn't get to
So we will get
watch
the
a lot
backwards
of it.
compatibility.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Do you mean
they're
micro
just gonna
SD?
And there's one last thing I want to talk about with the Switch before we move on to our next story, and that is that Nintendo did do a little bit of, like, getting ahead of people who are trying to be scalpers. And I do actually like it. So you can only pre-order a Switch online if, like through their website, if A, you've had any one of the monthly subscriptions for more than 6 months, and you have at least 50 hours logged on your Switch. And that is 6 months from now, because you have to sign up now.
I mean,
to get
they're
the
going to
pre-order.
be scalping these. We already know
They're
that's going to
going to
happen.
be scalping these, but that does hinder it a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, anything that we can do to make it harder for them, I
Yeah.
appreciate.
I love that.
Joe Bob down the street can't do it because he didn't have his monthly subscription for 6 months. But
If you want to get in, also on that, eBay has been restricting people doing pre-sales of things if the item is not in hand. So there's also something that's going to hurt scalp. Yeah.
Love
and
that.
like when they said that there was you'd have to have time logged on your Switch, I jokingly went, what, like 400 hours, and then like hid my Stardew Valley play time.
Oh, most of us already have that. Like.
Oh, yeah. Like, even
easily.
400.
I was
I've
not
got
worried.
50 hours in a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was really neat that Nintendo is doing that because they
Shout out.
are
Yeah.
also tired of them. Now,
Is it going to
Nintendo-
be limited to how many you can pre-order?
they didn't say, but I'm going to assume one per person because that's usually what happens.
Yeah,
when
they
the new
can
console
control
comes
it
out.
more in store. It's just
Yeah.
ordering it online.
No, I'm saying, are there limited numbers you can order online? Because if there aren't, then
I'm pretty sure they're going to be limited for
Yeah.
quite some time, probably until the holiday season. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
limit 2 per purchase.
Yep, and that is all the news we have from the Nintendo currently. Who should we go to?
You know what's going to suck though when that Switch 2 comes out, because both of my children want it and I want it, and if they are limited 2 per purchase, I'm going to have to decide between a child.
you can start leveraging that now and
Oh.
get the best behavior out of your
What?
kids you've ever had.
Why would I do something like that? Yeah, I already did. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Kat, we haven't heard from you
Have a
yet.
hankering.
Let's see what I've got. So ChatGPT 4.5 passes the Turing test. Did you guys not read about this? ChatGPT
But I know what that is.
does it pass as human.
Yeah.
And it was able to, in a test by Stanford, no, UC San Diego, 300 people, and if they told ChatGPT to enact a persona of some sort, then 73% of respondents were full. If they didn't tell it to adopt a persona, then it dropped to something wild like 36% without a defined character. But yeah.
Were those people boomers?
Probably not at the university.
Then it's scary, yeah.
It's a little scary. There's been a ChatGPT, like, I've seen an ongoing kind of meme where people are trying to tell online there's a human or bot like thing. But the thing that happens with that is that humans change their behavior when they know they're being observed. And that people are trying to determine whether they're people or not. Like, people will change. That's Heisenberg. Yeah. Like, so there's something to that.
Yeah.
That's a nuance not considered in the original Turing test. I know Jason usually does the more like science and studies based stories, but like I thought that was interesting.
Just inching in on my territory over here. Anyway.
Whatever, you're not the only
because
techie in
only
the room.
men can study science?
Yes.
And only women can understand what...
Please, there's a reason Kate made a song, Short Skirt, Long Jacket, okay?
I mean, I'm a fan of short skirts and long jackets, so, you know, whatever.
Anyway.
But it's an interesting
Emma.
benchmark. That
we get into Emma. We coming, baby. What you get? What? Why were you threatening me?
No reason at all.
Stop being sexist.
First of all, your answer needs to be, I wasn't.
Especially when you're online.
As your lawyer.
We're lying
to tell you.
Take that as a threat. Anyway.
They can't see me.
They don't know what my
threatening gesture was.
Threatening for no reason.
We just pulled out an Uzi.
Yeah, it was with my finger, obviously.
Yeah.
Threatening for no reason is worse.
Right.
Anyway, that's all I had on the Turing test. Robots
You
will
can go.
soon
Yeah,
threaten
we're
you
gonna-
as
Oh,
well.
yeah, there we go. I got a robot.
You got a robot?
I got a robot.
A robot?
We got a trailer today for
Lord.
Megan 2.0. If you thought that there wasn't going to be a Terminator 2 style sequel to Megan, of course you're insane. By the way, if you have not seen the first Megan and you're expecting a serious horror movie, don't. It is an absolute blast. It's stupid. I loved it.
If you have seen it and you're expecting a serious follow-up, why?
This is Terminator 2 and I love it.
Yeah.
I love Megan's reactions in this. Like
I love. They put her in a little Teletubby looking bot,
and she was mad as hell about it.
She just stank face the whole time.
And then it was it's like the most like adorable thing that I need to keep bottled up, or it might kill me.
Yeah, I loved this trailer. I love the futuristic aesthetic. I loved the first Megan. We saw it, I think, as soon as we could. It was an absolute blast.
Kind of a banger.
Yeah, it's coming out June 27th of this year. Happy birthday to me. I'm a Cancer.
In more ways than one.
I feel like that was over the line. I feel like that was extremely rude. I'm the brave little crab.
I had to take a swing at that one.
You took the only good adjective that anybody's ever ascribed to cancers, and you know
Brave.
that it was just a Cancer who wrote that. Because brave is not part of water signs. That's not how they work.
That's true.
I'm not into
We are
astrology,
anxious
but like
little whiny bitches.
it's the bipolarist sign.
Oh yeah.
Not
Megan
as an insult
2.0
to this.
coming out this year. Absolute banger. It's gonna be stupid. I definitely am gonna see it.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I actually have an AI story as well.
Do you?
But this one is good. Like this one, ooh, I almost had to go back to smoking when this one came out. So everybody, have you ever looked up a trailer for a movie that's coming out, something that you were looking forward to, and you click on it and you find it's not a real trailer. It's some fake
AI
crap that
slop.
somebody made, or it's AI. Well, YouTube is pushing back on those. YouTube has taken off monetization of the top 2 AI generating movie trailer channels on their platform. The Google, let's see, Screen Culture and KH Studio.
Yeah.
Also, there was a Deadline investigation on this and how many views they were ranking up. Now, YouTube was allowing that with the footage that they were creating, that some of that revenue was going to the actual theater, the production company. Excuse me. But I'm sorry, I hate that shit. I really do. Like, I downvote them every time I see them. If I go looking for it, and they'll sneak it in there. And some of these trailers were actually getting more views than the movie company's trailers, and it was getting alarmed. Now, even though, yes, that revenue is going back, but to the people that actually made the movie, that actually put in the work, they didn't just type something in and say, "Oh, look, I made something." You didn't make shit. Anyway, sorry, gonna bring that down a little bit, but yeah, let's see. Screen Culture, KH Studios. Screen Culture tried to. They actually tried to defend what they were doing. Like, they recently did Fantastic Four and Superman, but spliced in the AI imagery. And theirs really ripped off a lot of content from the trailers. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Let's see. So YouTube suspended Screen Culture and KH Studios from its partner program and dropped it from monetization. So they can't earn ad revenue from any videos they produce. Let's see. I had a statement. Screen Culture... did not decline to comment, but KH Studio said that my channel is meant to entertain with what-if ideas rather than just mislead viewers, you lying mother... Anyway, I've been running KH Studio full-time for over 3 years now, putting everything into it. It's tough to see it grouped under misleading content in this demonization decision, when my goal has always been just to explore creative possibilities, not to misrepresent real releases. Yeah, because I looked at their channel. I'm going to just go ahead and just... I wanted to give them the benefit of a doubt. And your titles were exactly the same as what the studios would put up. Not, this is Daredevil Born Again AI generated, with maybe a little addendum that says this is not the real thing. At least people back in the day had the fortitude to say, hey, this is fan content.
Yep.
Or something like that. You titled it exactly the same because you wanted it in the search engine to pick up yours, and then people would at least click on it, say, let me see this. Oh, wait, this isn't the real thing, and then try to go find the real one. So I don't buy that at all. I'm sorry.
I need you
you're
to
lying.
double check the quote you just said. Did they really say not just to mislead? Not just? So not solely.
Let me see. It's tough to see it grouped under misleading content when my goal has always been to explore creative possibilities, not to misrepresent real releases.
So I didn't say just, which would be a massive, like, cell phone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I'm with you. Fan-generated content, it looks different than slop like this.
Yeah.
What they always want to be like, if you're a fan and you're making something, you want to share it with other fans, but you want to be really explicit that this doesn't represent new content.
Yeah.
You want that. You don't want to excite other fans that something's coming out or it's going to look a certain way when that's not official. So yeah, always fan generated goes in the title.
Yeah, I mean, I don't buy. I like that Screen Culture. At least, shut up. Don't say anything because you're wrong.
Yep.
That's why I don't buy these. But this is a step in the right direction. I love it because it is something that I absolutely hated about YouTube. I hated looking for something and find this crap, and then it's like you look at it's some random person. This isn't like whoever I was looking for. So yeah. YouTube actually policing something that, I mean, hey, it's still creative. You can still, make this stuff and put it out there. You absolutely can. You just can't make money off of it.
Ooh, cry harder, baby.
That's why.
I wonder how many of them are going to mysteriously just stop making it. Oh, this is my creative out. No, it's not. Nope.
No, what they're going to do is they're going to try and open a different channel and do the same thing.
And look, I'm not...
Shut it down.
I'm not objectionable to AI. AI has uses. I am using it currently on our channel to automatically push updates out to automate some of our processes, but I'm not using it creatively and then claiming that somehow I'm an artist in all of this. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, AI can be even helpful to artists. AI has helped me with some of the names for the D&D campaign because I struggle with names.
Name generators have been around for decades, and that is different.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It can be useful when you're the one doing the creating. Yeah. And I know that that's what they would say they're doing, but I am the creator. No, you're not. You're prompting. That's different.
There is no such thing as an AI artist.
Exactly.
I'm just throwing that out there. Thank you.
True.
Well, that's it for me.
Yep.
Back around the core, I guess.
All right. I have a movie, and it was a video game at one point. Anyway, yeah. So this is actually a movie. It was announced a little while ago, but we got our first actual teaser trailer for it. So I got really excited and wanted to talk about it, and that is a movie based off of a video game called Exit 8.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up this. This is a screenshot from the game itself. So to kind of give a quick overview, because I don't think anyone on the show is familiar with Exit 8.
Oh, I mean, all the time. But go right ahead. Instruct these plebes.
Sure.
It's listed as like a walking simulator, but it's a horror game.
Ooh.
Your goal is, you see this hallway, you are walking through it. It is a station passageway terminal, basically.
Okay.
And you have to get to the exit, which is at the 8th passageway. In order to get there, you have to notice, like, you have to keep aware of your surroundings and see if there are any anomalies. If you see no anomalies, you keep going, and a little poster that's on the side of the wall will tick up to 1 from 0. If there is an anomaly, you have to go back the way you came, and then it will tick up again. And you keep doing this until you get through 8 rounds, and then you can exit. But the anomalies can be anything from like in this image, there are no smoking signs just all over the place. That's not what the wall is supposed to look like. Or it could be something as hard to see as the color of hair on this person in the poster is wrong. Like, it can be any number of things. The person that walks by you, there's a person that walks beside you each time, that walks past you. Their face can be distorted. You could turn around and turn back and their face is in your face. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. It came out on November 29th, 2023. It is now currently on everything except Android phones. I would recommend playing it. It's really fun. It's a pretty short playthrough. It's really interesting, but this game is getting a movie. A movie coming out on August 29th of this year.
Okay.
Our main character will be played by actor and singer Kazunari Ninomiya, and the writer and director is where I got completely sold on it, is Genki Karamura. And if that name is familiar, he did Your Name.
Oh.
A movie that is also trippy as heck. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would recommend watching the
game change, yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend watching watching the teaser. It's really good. I'm excited.
There's something that I haven't seen captured in movies that some games have captured and that TTRPG players have been doing for years, has also very much been part of your guys' campaign. You look at it and you can't tell how big it is. You can't tell where it is. This is a TTRPG classic. Like, you don't know how far away it is from you, and that could really fuck you over. Games have done that for a minute.
Yeah.
Horror movies, I haven't seen them use it right for the most part, but it's coming.
Except for David F. Sandberg.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have we even gotten a decent, movie adaptation of a horror game? Has that even happened?
Oh, boy.
I don't know. What if there was a Silent Hill movie and it slapped really hard?
Oh, I
what
thought
if
you were going
Five Nights at Freddy's made a movie and I loved it and learned everything about the game? Has that even happened before?
I think this one came out of left field for me, and it came out of left field for the creator Kotake Create. He mentioned that he never in a million years would have expected that he would get a movie deal for this, because all it is walking down hallways. Which, by the way, even if you get to
Stanley Parable.
Yeah. Even if you get to like level 7, by the way, if you mess up, you start back at 0.
Oof, that's rough.
Which is rough, buddy.
Neither did the people that thought up Kraven the Hunter, but he got a movie. I'm sorry. I'm still bitter.
They thought even less of him.
I'm sorry, I'm still bitter.
It's really fun to see like an indie project like this get a movie deal, a big movie deal.
You don't want to take chances on brand new IP. This is a great place to farm.
Yeah.
Indie horror games and other video games.
Exactly. And I mean, to be fair, the cast for this doesn't have to be that big. It can be like as small as like maybe 5 people.
Yeah, get Doug Jones, Javier.
I mean, obviously, you can put Doug Jones in something, put him in it. So.
Yeah. I mean, that is also if Japan is aware that they can hire Doug Jones. Because this is a Japanese movie. It's being distributed by Toho, so Toho's probably in charge.
There are some very good Japanese creature actors.
Oh, yeah. I hope some are in there.
And they like practical, so.
Yeah. I don't know when this will be available for the United States or worldwide, by the way. I'm hoping soon enough, because this looks really fun. And, like, I'm weirdly excited about it. I remember when this came out, and I played it, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, a thing I could talk to people about, because it's I can't tell people I play a walking sim where if I don't get it right, I'm stuck in the hallway forever.
I'm going to admit, when you started this off with
I've had
walking
that
sim,
nightmare.
I was like, it's a walking sim, really? Why? And then, okay, you turned it around. Yeah, you got me in the first half.
So the way the hallway works, I do want to talk about this real quick, is like I'm going to throw this picture back up, where you see the person in the background. You walk down this hallway, so you walk down like where the yellow line is, and then you turn that corner, and then there's another corner you turn to get into the next hallway. So you don't know what this hallway is going to look like until you turn a corner. So it could look completely normal, or the lights could be broken. Or
just stop walking and go back out wherever this hallway.
You can't. You're stuck.
Oh God.
If you walk backwards completely, you just keep going down another hallway. You are. It is like
I've definitely had this nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the fear the Backrooms wants to instill in people, and this is the kind of thing I hope the Backrooms movie has in store for us.
Well, and there's something that's just inherently true about that. One of the first, before I knew I was going to make films, before I knew I was going to be a filmmaker or wanted to make horror, one of my earlier photography concepts was the liminal space hallway. I did a series on it before I knew anything. They're creepy. They can be really creepy. And it's one of those where creepy lives, which is not a clear, definite danger, just the feeling of danger before you know what the immediate threat is. And it's really fun for video games. It's really fun when it's exploited properly for film. Smile, as a franchise, is built around this. I don't like this. I'm not sure what the immediate threat is, but, no.
Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Whenever it's available over here, we'll have to watch it together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that leads into a perfect transition.
What's up?
Cass is creepy.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what the transition was.
There's another trailer out of, something else. Creepy.
We talked about Nick.
I mean,
Oh, that wasn't mine though.
no.
Who's doing?
What are your stories? What's happening?
Mine's the other one.
Oh Lord, that was not how this is supposed to work out.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Cass.
It's
on
Kat's
it.
turn.
Oh, go ahead, Kat.
Or I don't know what's happening.
I have a super quick update to one. I don't remember Wiley versus Acme or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did get the rights, Ketchup Entertainment, that I was talking about.
Right.
We don't know exactly what the structure of the release is, but all that stuff very accurately predicted by yours truly on this show. Subscribe to Super Cool Nerd Show and SCNS Live on all platforms.
You're just taking your victory walk here, huh?
No, I promoted the channel. You should be
Yes.
thrilled. You're the executive producer.
I'm talking about just taking your victory walk on Coyote versus Acme. I do want to see this movie.
That is happening. I'm happy that it's happening. Ketchup Entertainment, you can go. Please do more theater runs. I don't hear enough
I think
them
the
ahead
fans,
of time.
the fans really made this happen because
They did make this happen, but Ketchup Entertainment had a run for their last one. I don't remember. It didn't get huge returns in the theater. We need to start supporting. I need to hear about them to go see them, but I do want to support these weird, wacky, like, revivals.
And I love Looney Tunes, so bring it on.
Yeah. Good, wholehearted fun. I think, yeah, that's it for that one. Quick update.
All right. Speaking of good, cold-hearted, what did you say? Cold-hearted? That's not right. Speaking of good fun. So, Netflix is doing a series of movies for the Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh.
And they're starting with The Magician's Nephew, which... that's not where you start. That's not where you start.
The Magician's Nephew is where it starts. That's where it starts,
It is
though.
technically. I don't think that that's where you should start. But there's more news. So, Aslan, the person in talks to play Aslan, Cat, is Meryl Streep.
What?
You could cast her as Batman and she'd be perfect.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. That's an interesting choice. They're in talks for the White Witch to be played by Charlie XCX.
No, I have to go with the dual camera on that one. What? Why? What?
If you're wondering, like I was, who the fuck that is?
No, I know who it is.
I didn't know who it was.
She's
That's a pop star. I looked her up on IMDb.
Why?
She has 3 acting credits that aren't her playing herself. One is SNL. One is the Angry Birds movie. And one is some other kid's movie where she played a voice.
But wasn't she great as Yellow Bird or whatever?
Why?
Pig? I don't know what you played.
I'd get... No. Please no. Please no.
This hurts to think about.
I love the Chronicles of Narnia books. Kat and I grew up on them.
I can tell you the order of them.
I never got into
in
them.
chronological or in release order. Like this is what we were raised on.
The silver chair is my favorite.
I love in the chat.
My
Who's Charlie?
My understanding of high fantasy would not exist. But I have one little but. It's a little one. I thought Angelica Houston was the White Witch.
I mean,
For 29 years.
yeah.
And she's not. She doesn't have a big role.
Really?
Not in The Magician's Nephew. Well,
Not in the series. Like, screen time.
screen time.
And if you're going to cover her with so much makeup anyway, I just don't
But
care.
the impact, like, if the White Witch does not deliver, what are we doing?
But the White Witch's emotions have to be cruel.
Yeah.
Subtle.
This is a weird casting choice,
You
man.
know what? You know what? I have watched some Charlie XCX performances thanks to the teenagers that live in my house.
Sure.
She can mean mug like a motherfucker, so like, she's got that going for her.
And she's not like
She's
the
pretty-
overall, like...
So can I, but I'm not the next Wolverine, okay?
You could be though. That's the that's not a
Well, thank you.
that's not a good comparison.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
I'm not
too
authentic
tall.
Canadian.
See, the thing is, like, we can't use that as a comparison because you would actually blow being Wolverine out of the water. We're
Anyway.
very unclear with Charlie.
Yeah,
But, like, the
this
White
is
Witch is
confusing.
only the villain in one.
The villain in one.
This
Secondary antagonist in couple. No. Sorry. Yeah.
anyway.
I don't know. It's very odd. When I heard Greta Gerwig was doing it, I was really excited. This does seem like a very odd casting choice.
Greta Gerwig's doing it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, actually.
Like
Like, she hasn't done a bad take on a classic yet.
And she
Yeah,
did do
there's
Little
a-
Women, and it kind of slapped pretty hard. So I'm trying to trust her. Meryl Streep as Aslan.